Doris Young, too. He had to admit, she was gorgeous. In her late 20s, she had a gorgeous figure, alluring beauty, and a noble, capable demeanor. As Charlie sat at her desk, he said, "I won't be coming to M. Grand often in the future. I want you to take charge of the big picture here, and don't reveal my identity to anyone." Doris could tell that the young man before her came from an extraordinary background. To his family, a company like M. Grand was mere pocket change. It made sense that he wouldn't want to manage it personally. She hurried to assure him, "Of course, Mr. Wade. If you ever need anything, just let me know." Just then, a female secretary knocked and entered. "Miss Doris, a man named Gerald White is here with his fiancée to see you." "I'm with an important guest. Have them wait," Doris instructed. Charlie asked, "Do you know this Gerald?" "His family is one of our business partners," Doris explained. "They rely heavily on us. They've visited several times, always saying they want to strengthen ties." Eyes cold, Charlie declared. "From now on, M. Grand will have zero dealings with the White family. Suspend all current and upcoming collaborations. If they earn even a cent from us, you'll be packing your bags, Vice Chairman." Doris paled, realizing instantly that the Whites must have offended the young master somehow. She nodded vigorously. "Don't worry, Mr. Wade. I'll give the order right away to cut ties with them completely." "Good. Tell them M. Grand doesn't work with low-quality trash. Then have security throw them out." Outside, Gerald and Wendy waited, eager to cozy up to Doris and make the White family a strategic partner of the powerful M. Grand group. To their shock, Doris's secretary arrived with several security guards in tow. "Will Miss Doris have time to see us?" Gerald asked hopefully. The secretary gave him an icy look. "I'm afraid not. Deputy Doris says M. Grand will not be cooperating with low-quality trash. Effective immediately, we're canceling all joint projects with your family." "What did you say?" Gerald was stunned. Why did that sound so familiar? Then it hit him. Charlie had said the exact same thing to him in the parking lot. What did Doris mean by this? Why would M. Grand suddenly cut ties with the White family? Gerald's brain couldn't process it. Terminate all cooperation just like that? Over half the White family's profits came through M. Grand. Losing that partnership would slash their strength in half overnight. Refusing to accept it, he shouted, "I want to see Miss Doris. I demand to speak with her face to face." The secretary replied coldly, "I'm sorry, but Vice Chairman Young will not be seeing you. You are banned from setting foot in M. Grand Tower from now on." "Is this some kind of sick joke?" Gerald seethed. "We're M. Grand's long-term partners. You can't just end things out of the blue." Ignoring him, the secretary turned to the guards. "Escort them out." The head of security grabbed Gerald's wrist and wrenched it behind his back. Gerald yelped in pain as the man barked, "You heard her. Get lost. If you keep making trouble, we'll be forced to take more drastic measures. You're just a security guard. How dare you yell at me? Do you have any idea who I am?" The words barely left Gerald's mouth before the guard's palm cracked across his face. "I don't care who you are, punk. Here at M. Grand, you're nothing." Gerald reeled from the stinging slap, his cheek on fire. He was about to explode with rage when his phone suddenly rang. It was his father. "Gerald, what the hell did you do?" The older man roared as soon as he picked up. "M. Grand is severing all ties with us. Who did you piss off over there?" "Dad, I swear I didn't offend anyone," Gerald said, his voice pained. "I just came to see Miss Young, but they wouldn't even let me meet with her." "Well, M. Grand says they're dropping us because you're a worthless piece of trash. The family is going to take a massive hit thanks to you. Get your ass back here and explain yourself to your grandpa. Now." Shell-shocked, Gerald let the security team hustle him out the front gate. A horrible suspicion began to dawn on him. He turned to Wendy, asking shakily, "You don't think... Could this have anything to do with your loser brother-in-law?" Does he have some kind of connection to M. Grand? What? Wendy was taken aback by Gerald's words. Thinking it over carefully, it might indeed be related to her deadbeat brother-in-law. However, he was obviously a loser. Shaking her head, she said flatly, "How could he have anything to do with M. Grand? He's not even qualified to clean their toilets." "You're right," Gerald nodded. Remembering his furious father, he added sullenly, "I better get home fast." News of M. Grand cutting ties with the White family spread like wildfire through Oris Hill. Though no one knew the exact reason, it was clear the Whites had royally pissed off M. Grand. The fallout was catastrophic. The White family's strength plummeted by over half, dropping them from near the top tier to the bottom rungs of the second tier. When old Mrs. Wilson heard, she shook with rage. She wanted to annul Wendy's engagement to Gerald, but realized the Whites, while weakened, still outclassed the Wilsons. Offending them would be disastrous. Bitterly, she shelved the idea for now. Meanwhile, in Doris's office, Charlie reviewed what had just transpired. He was quite impressed with her handling of the situation. "Doris, you did an excellent job," he said. "Starting today, I'm doubling your salary." Doris leaped up and elated. "Thank you so much, Mr. Wade." Charlie nodded. "I also have 2 announcements I need you to make. First, announce the change in M. Grand's ownership and the appointment of a new chairman. Don't reveal their full identity, just that their surname is Wade. That's all anyone needs to know. Second, announce that M. Grand is investing $2 billion to build a 6-star hotel in Oris Hill. We'll be accepting bids from local construction and decoration firms to partner on the project. The Wilson Group's main business was interior design and decoration. Lady Wilson dreamed of hitching their wagon to M. Grand's star. Whichever company won that contract would become the darling of their industry. Now that Charlie owned M. Grand, of course, he'd throw some juicy benefits his wife's way. The 2 announcements from M. Grand Group rocked all of Oris Hill. Hearing that M. Grand had changed hands, the Wilson family was dying to know why the White family had been kicked to the curb. It seemed the group's mysterious new owner looked down on even top-tier families like the Whites. But who was this Mr. Wade character? Just how loaded was he? M. Grand was worth hundreds of billions. Buying and selling on that scale dwarfed even the wealthiest tycoon in Oris Hill. Countless families scrambled to get in Mr. Wade's good graces, hoping to marry off their daughters to this enigmatic billionaire bachelor. On top of that, M. Grand's plan to invest $2 billion in a new hotel had the city's entire construction and design industry frothing at the mouth. $2 freaking billion! Even a few leftover scraps from that juicy pie would be a windfall. Companies were falling over themselves for a piece of the action. Naturally, this included the money-hungry Lady Wilson. She was practically giddy with excitement. What an incredible opportunity! If the Wilsons could snag a contract, it would rocket them straight to the top. She immediately ordered a family meeting that evening at the estate to strategize how to get their foot in the door with M. Grand's huge project. Attendance was mandatory. That night, the Wilson family gathered at their luxurious villa. Since Lady Wilson demanded everyone's presence, Charlie tagged along. He knew the scheming matriarch was angling for a slice of M. Grand's huge deal. He figured this was the perfect chance to give his wife Claire a nice status boost. The second he walked in with Claire, her douchey cousin Harold sneered. Well, well, Charlie, you sure got some brass balls showing your face in front of Grandma again." Claire shot him an icy glare. "Can it, Harold? Grandma said the whole Wilson family had to be here tonight. In case you forgot, Charlie is my husband. That makes him part of this family. Like it or not. Only half the family." Harold scoffed. "Let's be real, cuz. He's just a freeloading live-in son-in-law." Charlie turned to Claire, touching his nose. "Never mind him, honey. Don't waste your time. Let's head in before we keep Grandma waiting." Claire nodded, not giving Harold another glance as she walked inside with Charlie. Harold's face darkened watching them go. They'd see soon enough. In the conference hall, Charlie and Claire found seats in the corner. Mrs. Wilson soon took her place at the head of the table, banging it for attention. For years, the Wilson family has been waiting for a golden opportunity, she declared with gusto. One that could make us the wealthiest clan in Oris Hill. At last, that chance has arrived, she continued forcefully. M. Grand Group just announced a $2 billion project. Whichever company lands a partnership contract stands to profit hugely. Plus, this is M. Grand's first major deal since the ownership change. It's a perfect opening for the Wilsons. If we can collaborate with M. Grand and impress their mysterious new chairman, the sky's the limit for our family's future. Despite Lady Wilson's energy, the room seemed underwhelmed. Truth was, the Wilsons had been angling to work with M. Grand forever, and for just as long, M. Grand had snubbed them completely. What were the odds they'd get a piece of this huge new project now? Met with stony silence, Mrs. Wilson snapped, "What? Cat got your tongues? Don't tell me you're not confident we can score even a tiny slice of a $2 billion pie." Everyone exchanged nervous glances, no one daring to speak. Her anger rising, the iron-willed matriarch declared through gritted teeth, "All right, I'll lay it on the line. Whoever brings in the $30 million partnership with M. Grand gets named the new director of Wilson Group." End of story. Stunned faces gaped back at her. Mrs. Wilson had always ruled with an iron fist, never appointing an official successor. The director role wielded immense power, all but securing its holder as the future head of Wilson Group. Dangling the position as an incentive showed how desperately Lady Wilson wanted in on M. Grand's deal. But as juicy as the director spot was, winning it seemed impossible. The Wilson clan all knew that securing the deal with M. Grand was a pipe dream. M. Grand's execs wouldn't give Mrs. Wilson the time of day, let alone agree to a partnership. The meeting hall fell into uncomfortable silence. No one willing to chase a prize so laughably out of reach. Seeing their hesitation, Mrs. Wilson demanded, "You're all part of the Wilson family. Don't you want to do your part to help us succeed?" She zeroed in on Harold. "Harold, I'm putting you in charge of this." Harold laughed nervously. "Grandma, the M. Grand Group just cleaned out Gerald's family, and they're way stronger than us. How are we supposed to land a contract with them?" "Idiot," Mrs. Wilson snapped. "Giving up without even trying? You're even more useless than Charlie." Deep down, the Iron Lady was sick of settling for second-rate status. She dreamed of catapulting the Wilson family to the next level. And this M. Grand project was their one shot. No matter how difficult, she refused to let it slip away. She'd assumed Harold, as the eldest grandson, would jump at the chance to prove himself. His spineless refusal infuriated her. Harold felt trapped. Who in their right mind would take on such an impossible task? M. Grand's people would probably boot him out the door. He'd fail miserably and become the laughingstock of Eris Hill. No way in hell was he agreeing to that. After ripping Harold a new one, Mrs. Wilson barked, "Anyone else have the guts to step up and take this on? Speak up!" Charlie gently elbowed Claire and whispered, "Babe, you should volunteer for this." "Are you nuts?" Claire hissed. "There's no way M. Grand would partner with some small-time firm like us." Charlie just smiled, confidently. "Trust me, you can totally land this deal." "Wait, seriously?" Claire asked, surprised. "Absolutely," Charlie assured her. "I have total faith in you. Seize this chance, and your status in the family will skyrocket." Though perplexed, Claire found herself believing him. Almost in a trance, she stood up and declared,